Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we are currently capturing this base. We've already dealt with the majority of the defenders, we've killed all the turrets. There is a Talon over here, but these guys landing here prompted a cut because it was going to take quite a while to finish this off. So that is fine. The Battle Master is going to head over here, but I believe... Okay, so here's the problem. I would be perfectly happy reserving, except that we have very few defensive stats over here.
Standing by.
So I actually feel like we have to turn over like this. This is not going to be very efficient in hit odds. Yeah, that's quite bad hit odds. Yikes. We'll not fire the AC-20, and we'll pot shot the rest. That actually was better than I expected on that dervish. The Orion moves next. And should be pulled over this way.
Roger that.
Once again, we're going to fire... Actually, we're better off firing on the Strider. Oddly enough. We'll give it a go.
Target confirmed.
Okay, we missed, but we didn't stray shot. That's good.
Failed to connect.
Our rotary AC-5 is unjammed. The Hector is going to continue hitting the Talon. Not the greatest rolls I've ever seen in terms of those hits, but that Talon is getting very close to dead.
Aye, aye.
The Black Knight is obviously going to come over here and engage these guys. There's no doubt about it. Hit odds are... quite bad still. Next round is when we're really going to be able to hit these guys. But we'll give it a go. We got some good stray shot in there and some armor shred. We'll take it. So at this point, they're going to move the Quick Draw or the Dervish. Actually, it's the Talon. Okay. Interesting.
Receiving you.
Our Awesome moves at this time, and the Awesome is going to head over into this cover, I feel like, except that we don't have LOS from the cover. Well, we do from here, actually.
Understood.
So we'll take this position, and we'll fire on this Dervish. Odds aren't great, but we expect that. Next round is when odds will become much better.
Roger that.
Now, we missed all of that, to be expected.
That's a miss.
Okay, so at this point, the Dervish and the Quick Draw will move. The Dervish is jumping. It's a lot of missiles. 24, huh? MRM 20, dual LRM 10s, and SRM 2s. Okay. Quick Draw jumps as well. Fires on the Battle Master. That's fine. No real concerns there. At this point, the Salamander is obviously going to attack over here. I think we drop indirect arrow 4s on this Strider. I think this is the obvious call. Good splash damage there.
Ha! You like that? My LRMs are out. Watch my...
And phase 18, the Strider moves. Steps forward. Goes for the hits on the Battle Master. That is fine. Okay.
Aye, aye.
Our Madcap Mark II actually cannot get LOS on the Talon, no matter where we go. So we're going to step over here.
Roger that.
And we're going to check these hit odds. 63, 63, 63. So technically our hit odds with the lasers are best on the Strider. The danger here is stray shotting the rear arc of the Awesome. But I think the hit odds are good enough to risk it.
Engaging target.
Yep, that worked fine.
Reporting critical hit.
Excellent. The Penetrator moves up. Hits the Battle Master pretty hard there. Okay. Good to know.
Standing by.
The boar's head is, at this point, going to turn this way for sure. And we could fire direct sniper artillery on the penetrator. And I like this idea. We can also fire the MRM. Okay, that got some decent splash damage in there. Not the best, but it was okay. Base 26, they immediately are going to move the Talon, and let's see what they do with it. They back off, fire on the Hector. Okay.
Damage minimal.
That's not a big deal.
Right here.
The Battle Master is going to step in over here. I would like to get into this cover. And I guess this position will do. The Strider doesn't have good hit odds. The Quick Draw does not either. I think we're going to go ahead and fire on the Quick Draw, though. Not great there. Although given the hit odds, about what was expected. Base 21, the Penetrator jumps. Makes the Battle Master unsteady. Actually, the Battle Master is close to a knockdown.
No.
The Penetrator failed a shutdown override, though. So that's kind of huge. Like, in a polar climate, standing on ice, he shut down from 2 attacks. Bonkers. Is that a knockdown?
In my cockpit.
That's a knockdown. Ooh, that's two pilot injuries right away. What happened there? Pilot incapacitated? Why did that incapacitate the pilot? Injuries 2 of 3. It claims Muffin Top is dead, but I don't believe Muffin Top is actually dead. So that's not actually major damage there, and I believe Muffin Top will recover because injuries 2 of 3. That might be a bug, or it might just be like a critical injury roll where the pilot is incapacitated or something. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. But that's only 2 pilot injuries, you can see right here. So, I don't know. We can get in behind the Quick Draw with a sprint. We can't really melee attack it from there. We also can't actually turn to attack it. What we can do, however, is we can move in and side arc kick it, I believe. Yeah, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to side arc kick the Quick Draw. That's a successful hit. We could have field inhibited the PPCs there, but that's fine. Okay, so the Dervish moves now, and I'm kind of okay with the mech here no longer being hittable, because it was going to be in some dire straits soon.
Awaiting orders.
So, assuming that Muffin Top is not, in fact, dead, which I don't believe that she is, I'm okay with this.
Move order confirmed.
Basically, it's functionally the same as if she had panicked and ejected without destroying the cockpit, right? That's the idea here. So hit odds are slightly better on the Strider, and that's what we'll take.
Firing on target.
That is one very dead Strider.
Target neutralized.
Fantastic. And next up is going to be our Hector. The Hector is still firing on the Talon, and this Talon can't keep this up for long. It really can't.
Engaging.
There we go. The Talon's dead.
Hostile eliminated.
Fantastic. Next up, our Orion is going to step in over this way. Actually, we're going to stay put. And we're just going to fire on the Quick Draw. Go ahead and shoot the heavy rotary AC-5, but in X2 mode, I think. Yeah. Just so that we sink heat.
Locking on target.
That's for sure a knockdown on the Quick Draw. In reality, I should have vigilanced the mech that was moved up here to remove the unsteady. That would have been the proper response, but we'll see what ends up happening with Muffin Top. It's a pilot incapacitation, but I don't believe that she's dead.
Affirmative.
So we're just going to fire on the penetrator here, I think, with guided direct arrow 4s. Like so.
I'm on him.
That's a huge amount of damage to that penetrator.
Reporting. Critical hit. Watch my
The
heat.
Madcat Mark II is going to step up and also fire on the penetrator. This should be a kill. We'll guarantee it with the Rocket 20.
Firing on target.
There we go. Fantastic.
Target eliminated. This heat is
Next up is the Boar's Head, and we're not going to fire that sniper artillery, I can tell you that. We're just going to close in a bit over here, and we're in the minimum range of the sniper artillery, and I guess we go for head hits here. I kind of don't care where we hit him. Few stray shots into the Boar's Head, but that's fine. Wait, this was the Boar's Head. This is the Black Knight. Okay, pilot ejection. Sounds good. And this dervish over here, I'm going to actually reserve and let him move. Let's see where he goes. He jumps. Into LOS. I like it.
I'm losing armor bad.
You're fine.
Okay, that hurts.
The Hector can turn around
Copy.
and immediately attempt to tag him. If we just hit him with anything, he'll be unsteady. We did hit him with one thing, which means he gains unsteady.
Waiting for orders.
The Orion can now step up, and we can do a lot of damage fast at this point. I'm going to go ahead and fire the Heavy Rotary AC-5 in X4 mode here. Okay.
Yep.
The Salamander is going to move up over here. Now we're in minimum range of the Arrow 4, but we can fire our large X-Pulse.
Here we go.
And we missed. Unfortunate, but that's fine.
That's a miss.
Indeed that is.
Yes,
The
Commander.
Black Knight is going to position up over here.
Go into
This
full
could very
throttle.
well be the kill here.
Copy that.
That was spread out over a lot of armor, but that was the kill.
Enemy down.
Okay. So all we need to do now
My
is
Gauss rifle
occupy
ammo.
the base and see what ended up happening to our pilot here. I still say that was only two, dead. Injuries 2 out of 3. I don't believe that Muffin Top is actually dead. Pilot incapacitated, sure, but I don't believe that she's dead. If she is dead, then I think that's a bug of the game and not our
Ready
fault.
for orders.
Not that I think that we can do anything about it, but I mean, realistically, I should have vigilanced her before firing over here. That's for sure. That would have cleared the instability, and none of this would have been a problem. But I didn't. Because I didn't think that there was going to be 3 injuries. Well, that wasn't the only reason, but I also just didn't think of it. But there shouldn't be 3 injuries there. There was 1 injury from the head hit, and then 1 injury from the knockdown, which then incapacitated. The base is ours, so let's see what happened to her. Is she actually dead? She should not be, because she only has 2 of 3 injuries. But yet she was incapacitated. There may be a system that I'm not sure about that incapacitates them in that case if you roll poorly. But will that system kill them? I don't know. And if that system exists, I didn't see any feedback from it in the scrolling combat text. So we got some money there, and yeah, Muffin Top is injured, so we're fine in that front. I'm not upset about that. No worries. We didn't really need the Battle Master. It had taken a bunch of damage anyway. Yeah, you can see it got a head hit, it got knocked down. That's fine. Muffin Top is not dead, so we are okay with this. What did the Hector take internally? Do we get a... I don't think we turned the field inhibitor off on the PPC. We'll have to look at that. Okay, so what do we want from salvage here? Honestly, Kind of none of those. ELRM 5. Heavy rotary AC2 is not a terrible thing to take. Thunderbolt 10. Engine core 300. Double heatsink. Plus 2 arm accuracy. That's interesting. No tonnage, but it takes up a slot. Plus 2 accuracy for arm-mounted weapons, but it's bad for meleeing. Weighs 10% of 1/10 chassis tonnage. 10% of 1/10. So it weighs 1% of the chassis? So if it's, say, an Atlas, then it would weigh 1 ton? We'll grab it, and if I remember, we'll experiment with it sometime. We don't need the SRM-2, we don't need the cockpit basic, we don't need the small jump jets. Basic sensor, no thanks. Standard fusion engine, get out of here. AC-10 ammo, we don't need it. Thunderbolt ammo, I hate Thunderbolts. Get out of here. Okay, we did get a patent part that we can sell. And also a penetrator part, but I'm not sure if we're actually going to utilize that anytime soon. We have plenty of heavy and assault parts that we can scrap, if we decide to. There must have been a system implemented at some point where they can take like a critical injury that would cause their... Oh, maybe it was an unconsciousness threshold thing. We haven't really interacted with that system, but that is a thing that exists. So we probably breached the unconsciousness threshold and she was incapacitated without dying. That's probably what happened. I'm willing to bet that that's it. 246k and allegedly 33 days. It won't actually be anywhere near that long. But you can go ahead and get started on that, Yang. And let's take a look here. Yeah, the Battle Master will require the most work at 22 days. But that is fine. We can do something kind of like this. And let's go ahead and get started on those repairs, I think. Although, we should hop into the mech bay. And we should get rid of some of those parts that I was talking about. So let's hop into the storage here. We know we got a patent part. And let's get rid of that. What is the weight of a patent? Did I pass it already? Yes. It's a 65-tonner. Okay. It's only 58k. So we're obviously not going to wait for the Battle Master to finish repairing before we deploy again, but we can get everything else finished up. Now, some of these are probably going to need some internal work. So let's go ahead and hop into the mech bay here. We know that the Hector needed something, and I'm actually not sure what it needed. Did we have a field inhibitor issue? Oh, the HVAC misfired, and I didn't notice. Okay. Sounds good. The HVAC can misfire. That's a thing that happens. So we'll get that done. No concerns. That'll be done in one day at the same time as the Mark II. We will instruct Yang to discipline the mech tech, maybe? Yeah, we'll do it. -1 tech point penalty, but that's okay. We know that the Battle Master is going to take a while to repair anyway. So let's double check the mech bay, make sure everything other than the Battle Master is good to go. Yep, it absolutely is. And we can deploy without the Battle Master, no worries. We can just bring the Wolverine or something. And let's do some pilot training here real quick.
Let's do this. How's it going? Yep. What can I do?
Waiting
If there's
for
any
orders.
pilot training to be done.
Yes, Commander.
Standing by.
Commander.
Surely Taboo
Commander?
will have some.
I'm receiving.
Yeah, we can definitely take Bandit. That's a huge, huge deal.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Okay, sounds good. So at this point, I actually want to go through our mech bay here and get ourselves some additional funding. We've got a little bit of time here before the end of the episode, and so I'd like to just go through here and get rid of some of these parts that we are literally never going to use. I might do some of this off camera as well. The Urban Mech Land Air Mech, I'm only keeping around for the meme. But these light parts, we are literally never going to use them. They don't make much money to scrap, which is why I haven't really prioritized getting rid of them, but they're also not going to be very useful. So we'll work on that a bit. And I will say that it is about time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that once we are done working on this a little bit. In fact, maybe just do the outro and call it good. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes. Crap, this chassis and sail... Oh, this is the land air mech. Fantastic. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And I will see you all next time. Actually, I'm just going to keep going here until we're no longer going to be bankrupt. We are going to deploy before this financial report, but I just want to go a little bit further here. We don't need very much more after all. Almost there. And, ooh, that Owens part is worth a good amount. That'll do the trick. There we go. And I will see you all next time. I feel like I just said that.